Hidden in plain sight. This is one of the best self-defense tools that could save your life. This is a simple walking stick or a cane. You can see the crook on the end. It's about 36 inches long. It's an inch in diameter. This one's made out of oak. It's made specifically for self-defense. I'm going to show you how this hidden in plain sight self-defense tool that could save your life is easily used, starting with a basic technique. Let's say this is the threat. We'll call this the attacker. And you're gonna stand in a better position. You put your hand in front of the other one, and you can bring this up very quickly between the legs. Striking hard and fast. If you miss him in the legs or between the legs, hit him in the chin, right? Maybe he's reaching out with a punch or he's trying to hit you with a weapon, bring it up and smash that arm. Once you do that first opening motion, put it in the other hand and then thrust, stepping in and jamming both hands forward, extending this front arm as you take that step and turn your shoulders and hips. You're gonna create a lot of massive power moving forward with this simple, hidden in plain sight self-defense tool that could save your life, which is simply a walking cane. The reason this is such a great gray man option, gray woman option, is that this is something you can carry with you anywhere you go. It's a medical device, and it doesn't look like a self-defense tool. It's hidden in plain sight. So you have this basic opening move, snatching them up between the legs, striking here. You can bring it into your hand here and bring it forward with this big hard strike coming off of the shoulder, slashing through in one direction or coming back in the other direction. You can do both. Your target would be here for self-defense. You want to turn off his operating system, knock him out. You don't have to worry about what weapon he might have. That's why hidden in plain sight, this is the best self-defense tool that could save your life, because it has so much power. It's just a big piece of wood, right? It's a big piece of oak. It's extremely hard. This is made for self-defense. You want to see what the dimensions are, how this is made, check the first link below. Good morning, everybody. Bringing it through here, bringing it through here with two hands on it, simply thrusting like we started. And then you have the back end of it, which I think of as a big fist or a knuckle. Think about this as a hammer coming forward, striking, almost like a rifle butt strike, pushing in, coming down over the top, and the other side of it, this beveled edge is almost like a tooth that will remove flesh, pull out the eye, pull off the nose, pull the teeth out of his mouth for self-defense. That's why it's hidden in plain sight. It's such a great self-defense tool that could save your life, because it, for self-defense, creates so much damage, and it takes what you have naturally and it amplifies it. It multiplies your power. Because you have two hands on it, you can pull up and rip and pull somebody down. Now, if you need to use your walking cane for mobility and you're afraid if I pick up the cane off the floor, I'm gonna fall. That's a really valid concern, right? That's smart. I don't wanna do that. I don't wanna do that to you. But imagine that you had two and you use one for mobility to lean on and the other one, bring that up between his leg, thrust in here, slide this up here, reach and pull and pull and punch with that big knuckle. You can bring it across the body, almost like a hooking motion. You can rip it the other side, pulling that skin off, stick it in his ear, put it in his neck, hit all those nerves in there, all those muscles with that beveled edge for self-defense. Now, I wanted to show you some of those basic opening techniques, just so I could show you how to defend yourself with this hidden in plain sight self-defense tool that could save your life. But I also want you to learn how to use it properly. I want to give you a quick workout. You're going to start with your hand here, and this is a warm-up move. This is like a boxer would jump rope. This is like maybe if you jog in place. And you can do this sitting in a wheelchair. You can do this sitting on the edge of the bed. If you've lost some mobility or you haven't had mobility, you can do all these exercises, all the self-defense strikes, sitting in a chair, sitting on a park bench, sitting on the bus, on a plane. And the nice thing about it is, because it's hidden in plain sight, the self-defense tool that could save your life can go with you in all of those places. You can't take one of these everywhere. You can't take a knife everywhere you go. You can't take just a regular stick everywhere you go. But you can take your walking cane, especially here in the United States. The law protects you, the citizen. The law, in one case, right, it gets it right. From here, this motion is simply cranking forward. Your hand is mostly relaxed. You're not going to squeeze it. You want it to move. And then you're gonna bring it over and back. Another purpose of this spinning is to build callus on your hands so that when you need it, it can slide easily into the right position so you can defend yourself through your hands, because your hands will be properly conditioned from this spinning exercise. Pull your stomach up and in, abs tight, tuck your chin, breathe through the nose. And remember, you can do this sitting down. In fact, I suggest that you practice sitting down, even if you don't need to, so that you can get familiar with defending yourself from a seated position. After you do it in one hand, put it in the other hand and spin it forward. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast means you can take your time at the beginning. Don't ever be afraid to slow it down, get your ego out of the way. And then once you get good at it, speed it up, coming across the body and back. I like to think of that as a slap coming here and coming back here. Hello, Matthew, good to see you. Coming from side to side, stomach up and in, abs tight, drop the chin, breathe through the nose. Get your other hand up. After you've done that for a while, I want to show you the next exercise I like you to do if you can. Now, if you're sitting in a chair and you don't have the same mobility, then don't. But if you can, stand behind it, lean into it, push your hips back. I'll show you the angle here. This is going forward at an angle. Your hips are going back at an angle, just like you're sitting down and coming up. Now you're using your arms to assist you moving up and down in that squatting motion. That's going to build more power in your lower half of your body, in the core and in the legs. And if you have bad knees or a bad hip, or you don't have the same strength you used to have, this is going to allow you to do more and get stronger faster. This is also going to help you lean out your body as you engage those big muscle groups below your chin. Up and down, do this for about 30 seconds. The next thing you can do is put it in one hand and practice a little lunging motion, not very long, not very deep. Listen to your body, but get your body moving. Get comfortable moving with your walking cane for self-defense. After you do that, you put it in the other hand and practice. Stepping forward first, and then when you're ready to do another set, stepping back. You want to do a reverse lunge and bend, stepping back. When you can, go back to the middle. Step to one side, step to the middle, step to the other side. Practice your lateral move. Best thing you can do, strike and move to the side. Strike and move to the side. Get out of the way, get hard to hit. Now let's talk about those basic strikes. When you're here, you want to bring it up and let it slide down a little bit. In this position, your cane is between you and the threat. We're going to call the bag the threat. And if you don't have a bag to strike, don't strike a bag. Practice striking in the air. If you have a stack of tires, that's great. If you have anything that you can practice, you can hang up. But if you don't practice striking. You're not going to lose any value because you don't have something to hit. You're going to get a lot of value just practicing strikes in the air. So from here, remember to keep it in front of you, coming off your shoulder. This is the first angle, and follow through to your hip. Bring it to the other shoulder and touch the shoulder. I can't stress that enough. A lot of times people will practice this way. They think they're bringing it to the shoulder, but you're not really. Bring it to the shoulder. Make sure you feel it right here. Don't bring it out here. You're never going to hit somebody. If he comes in and closes that distance, your arm wraps around, it's on your shoulder, it'll come between you and it's going to hit him before he gets any closer. So from here, thrust, follow through, thrust, follow through. Angle one, angle two. Just practicing these basic angular strikes. My favorite move is a simple thrust. From here, straight in. The closest distance between 2 points is a straight line, and I want to stick it right through his throat, through his nose, through his eyes. It's a question you ask yourself when you think of the principles of self-defense. You have to say, what can you remove or destroy? From here, there's a great book by Tim Larkin. Eventually, I'm going to put the link below. I forget. But I'm going to put it below. I'll come back. I'll put the link in the description below. Tim Larkin. It's called When Violence is the Answer. When Violence is the Answer. And I'll give you the short end of it, or the summation, right? Violence is the answer when they're trying to hurt you, when they're trying to take your life or take your freedom or take your dignity. When it's you or this thug, criminal, bad guy, you're going to use violence against him to stop him using violence against you for self-defense. So you're going to stick it right through his nose or his throat or his solar plexus or into the groin, or take out that knee, right into the forehead, right into the side of the neck, right into the arm for self-defense. So you have thrusting motion. So from here, your weight is on it, slide your hand down and thrust. Step back, reset, practice the reset. Slide down, thrust. Put those together, thrust, strike, strike. Put it in the other hand. Slide down, thrust, one strike, two strikes. The other side, down, one. Oh wait, we forgot the thrust. Thrust, one, two. The fourth thing I want you to do is put your hands here and push this way. Just coming straight through, right into his teeth. This is a hard piece of oak. Get this made out of oak or hickory. Go through the teeth, go through the eyes, go through the neck. From here, I want you to pull. Pull that hook, that crook right through his face for self-defense. It's a nasty thing to imagine what's gonna happen when this hard bevel of wood reaches that soft tissue in his face, within his eye and his ear, his nose, or his teeth come out of the face as you come across this way. You slide through and then coming back, there's that rifle butt attack. So I want you to practice this combination. Slide down, thrust, angle one, angle two, feet together, push, hook, rifle butt strike. Right there in the end, that big fist, that big knuckle, that big rock or hammer right into his head. Put in your other hand, slide down, thrust, angle one, angle two, both hands, bring the crook through, and then bring it back across his jaw into the temple. If you can knock him out, you don't have to worry about whether he's got a knife or a gun or something else. You want to end the fight as soon as possible for self-defense. Now, I brought this band. There are many other strikes. I'm going to show you a lot of strikes. But I wanted to show you this band. This is just a resistance band. I put a link below. It's the second link. First link is for the cane. Second link is for the resistance band. You don't have to buy those from the link, but get an idea of what they look like and what they're made out of. This is natural rubber or latex. You're gonna bring it around the other side. That's all you're gonna do. Then you're gonna do standing push-ups. And you're doing standing push-ups not so you can get fancy looking muscles, but you're doing standing push-ups so your chest and your shoulders and your triceps and your forearms and your hands get stronger so that you can strike with more power. Hello, Kelly, it's good to see you. You're just pushing out, your stomach's up and in, drop your chin, breathe through the nose. And don't worry about repetitions. Don't count how many times, go for time. Time under tension, go for 30 seconds and then let it rest. You can leave it there, the hands come down, it's just wrapped around the back. From here, yeah, Matthew says resistance bands are great for building muscle too. Muscle tone, especially, and Matthew can speak to this better than I can. If you've had an injury in your life or you struggle with different diseases of the muscle or of the nervous system of the body, you need to stay strong and fit. You need to get as strong as you can as you get older. If you're older, if you're in your 70s, I work with half of my clients are in their 70s, and we talk about it all the time. How can we get as strong as we can, as much muscle, not big bodybuilding muscle, but lean, strong, explosive muscle? How can you get as much as you can now before you reach a certain age where things naturally decline faster? And it won't. You won't decline as much. And when you see someone your age, you're 75, and you see somebody who's got a belly out to here, and if you do, that's fine, just work on it, right? But you see somebody who's really out of shape, their knees are bad, their back is bad, and they're blaming it on age. They've lost a lot of muscle, they're blaming it on age. Remind them, it's not age, it's lifestyle. It's not age, it's like, yeah, Matthew says almost 60, getting better every day. Amen, amen. Every week I'm stronger than the last week. So from here, the first one we do is out here. The second one, I want you to push down and engage the bottom part of your chest and get that strong. I want you to be strong in all ranges of motion that you might hit somebody with your cane for self-defense. That's the purpose of this exercise. It's not just for muscle tone. It's not to be lean and fit. It's not to live longer. All those are good side benefits. It's so that you can hit somebody and they'll feel it for self-defense. You'll be able to defend yourself and keep them off. Using this hidden in plain sight, walking cane is one of the best self-defense tools I've ever seen because it's hidden in plain sight. It's a self-defense tool that can save your life. After 30 seconds rest, I want to show you one more set. You're going to come up, pushing up and away. I see Hank's comments about pronouns. It's just making me laugh. All right, you're pushing them up. You're going to really start to feel the triceps burn. Patrick says 65, feeling pretty good. Hank doesn't want to be misunderstood in the pronouns. That's very 2022 of you, Hank. Now, there are many other ways that you're going to use these bands. That's just the starting point. But I wanted you to see that you can get stronger, faster, harder, more effective strikes if you add resistance bands to your self-defense cane training when you practice using the hidden in plain sight. This thing, and look at it, they're different kinds too. This is my dojo training cane. It just looks like a basic cane. And yeah, there's a bevel here, but that's not gonna stop you from taking it through the TSA. That doesn't stop you from taking it into the bank or taking it into a ball game, places that you can't take the other tool. Somebody's gonna put it in the comment section, probably more than one. Someone will say, oh, I don't need that. I carry my, and then they'll name what they supposedly carry, because I don't believe all of them actually do. But the point is, you can't carry that self-defense tool, the one that has a trigger and has projectiles. You can't carry that into a concert, a music concert, or a professional or college or even high school ball game. When there are people checking your bag as you walk through the door, you're not gonna be allowed in or they'll take it from you. You can't take it into TSA. They'll take it from you and then you'll have to go see a judge. You can take this everywhere you go. That's why it's hidden in plain sight. This one looks a little bit more aggressive, or to some people just more stylish, right? This also has other features that make it more effective in self-defense. And again, it's the link below. You can see what it is in that first link. But this also can go anywhere that this goes. So whether you're a stylish person and you like all these extra features, or you're basic like me, you like it simple and straightforward and super affordable, this is it. But the links are below if you want to see what the dimensions are, what the costs are. You guys have been awesome. I'll see you in a little bit. Thank you very much.